So I've been seeing this patient for, I believe, over a year. Her dad did house calls as a physician, and so she found Heal. She loved the idea of the doctor coming home. Hi. Hi. Thanks. Okay, some big breaths for me.
Dr. Sachin Nagrani is here to do a routine checkup. But the routine is a little different these days.
Looking at your throat and your nose and your ears and sort of like listening to everything. I don't think that you have any virus right now, which I know you knew. But I want to state the obvious, just for your reassurance.
Don't know, I'm thinking 2 weeks down the line because that's the incubation period.
Yeah, you've been watching a lot of TV too, so it's probably like top of mind.
I am a family medicine physician and the medical director for Heal, which is a startup company that does doctor house calls and telemedicine and remote patient monitoring.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're doing everything that you should be doing right. Like getting exercise, keep your spirits up, talk to family with the video conferencing, and then be really vigilant about, exposure during this time. Maybe watch a little bit less news. That'll help the mental wellness also.
I had stopped watching it till this, and I was like, oh my God, maybe I should be more with it. But I agree, we turned it off today.
Good.
The Hallmark channel.
Yeah.
So we.
Heal doctors can't visit people who have symptoms of coronavirus. The risk of infection is too great, but that doesn't mean they can't help.
We do have a landing page with information about the coronavirus. If you click on that, it gives you information, allows you to chat with us and talk about your options for care at home while doing so safely, like telemedicine. And so we're going to reach out and communicate to them, have a doctor talk to them, go through the symptoms, and we're going to triage that person accordingly in terms of, okay, these are the things that you should do to self-quarantine in the home.
Hey, Takeda. Nikki called out. He's had symptoms. He just returned home from Australia. So he is in self-quarantine, and you are afloat today. So we had 2 doctors on today, myself and another, and the other one recently returned from abroad and has had some, upper respiratory symptoms like congestion and cough, and so we're taking no chances.
Like healthcare providers across the country, Heal is still waiting on testing kits and figuring out their own testing protocol.
We had anticipated the need for tests and ordered some, and we didn't receive them, and they're back ordered now.
Shall we? Operationalizing the testing of folks in their home is also challenging. People cannot collect the sample for testing on their own. It has to be done by a healthcare provider, and that person has to be fully sort of garbed in protective equipment. Doing that in a home is also an environment that hasn't been sanitized, is a challenging process to work out. And so we're working on trying to figure out, should that need arise, how we would do that. I'm Dr. Nagrani. It's nice to meet you. I'm going to avoid shaking hands today because of what's been going on.
In the meantime, Dr. Nagrani is still making house calls.
The symptoms that you're having are very consistent with a stomach bug, right?
Day
And
before
without
yesterday,
fever or sickness.
we did a quick run of 5 stores. For somebody who was born and grew up in the Soviet Union and had an adolescent and young adult life in the times of massive shortages in the 80s and 90s, that brought back really bad memories. And seeing people waiting and being given only 2 canisters of wipes, antibacterial wipes, only 2 per person, that really rang the bell, because I remember when 2 bricks of butter were disposed to each family. So that was the story. Wow. But we're okay. I think we're resilient, and honestly, we were joking. We survived Soviet Union. We can survive.